So I've been adding to my gaming collection, hoping to get some simpler games. It's a little easier to get going, so I can actually start playing them a little bit. But I've been getting some of these minimalist role-playing games. One of them's Tiny Dungeon. And in fact, I got three games in the Tiny D6 series: Tiny Dungeon, Tiny Cthulhu, Tiny Frontiers, which is their science fiction version. But I also got this one, Easy D6, and they're really neat minimalist rules. But they have a very slight, to my mind anyway, disadvantage. Not really, but in that they don't use the polyhedral dice that the old standard Dungeons and Dragons uses. So you've got the 4, 6, 8, 12, 10, 20-sided dice that you use. Instead, they just use literally 6-sided dice. So I've got various odd 6-sideds laying around, but I figured I'd get some match sets for the games in case I have anybody. So I picked up a couple of sets from Chessex. And so I got these. These are Oceanic with gold pips. And they're a little smaller, but I got a complete set of them. And they're kind of a pleasant blue, easy to read. That's the main thing, is they're easy to read. And then the Easy D6 uses what they call hero dice. So you can re-roll. You get a hero die, and then you can re-roll a bad roll. So it's like, and then you only get the 1 or 2 hero dice, and then you roll it, and you've spent it, but then you can earn it back later, so you can use it later. And so these are the other ones I got. They're slightly larger, so you can tell that they're the hero dice. And this is they're Gemini red and black with gold pips. And these are actually kind of pretty dice. But again, main thing is they were easy to read, and they've got kind of a nice sheen to them. But anyway, I got these, and I ran down the local gaming store, Deuces Wild, because they got them in stock usually. So I ran down there to pick them up, and they used to have quite a selection of stuff, but they were pretty well cleaned out now. They do Magic the Gathering tournaments and stuff like that. I think they do Warhammer as well. But they had closed off an entire section of the shop. They still had some dice in stock. They still had a few books and things in stock. They still had quite a bit of the Magic the Gathering cards and things, but they were virtually cleaned out. I don't know if they're getting ready to move or if they're shutting down. I can't imagine what it's like trying to compete with online stuff. I mean, I buy most of my stuff online, which I probably should have done more business with them if I wanted to stay open, obviously. So it was nice that they were still open. I was able to run down, just grab a couple of sets. But yeah, a lot of the storefront operations are going, and it's a shame too, because they were able to survive the COVID thing, which a lot of businesses in my area, a lot of the smaller businesses were not. A lot of them were retirement businesses, hobby businesses, seasonal businesses, or just hanging on by the skin of their teeth. And when the COVID shutdown hit, it closed them down permanently. So there's a lot of empty storefronts, a lot of businesses that are gone. But anyway, so I've got some matched 6-sided dice that I can use for my D6 games. Get around to playing them. So that's my newest acquisitions here for my dice collection.